My husband's 2-week guilt trips used to wreck me, but the last one turned me into someone he was not prepared for. My husband Derek and I have been married 9 years. His weapon is not yelling. It is disappointment. Whenever I disagree or say no, he goes cold. Not angry cold, wounded cold, sighs. Looks at me like I let him down. Stops initiating conversation, affection, eye contact. Just this heavy presence that makes you feel like you did something terrible when you did not. First time was year 1. I went to a work happy hour instead of his cousin's barbecue. Hold for 3 days. I apologized 4 times before he said it is fine in a tone that meant it was not. Over 9 years, if I picked a restaurant he did not like, 2 days of sighs. If I spent a Sunday with my sister instead of doing yard work a full week. As if I said I did not want his mother in our guest room for a month, he looked at me like I said I did not love him. Every time I chased. Apologized for nothing. Cooked his favorites. Left notes. Sat on the bed asking him to please just talk. He would wait until I was small enough, then forgive me like he was doing me a favor. 12 days ago we argued about Thanksgiving. I wanted to visit my dad in Michigan. Derek wanted to host his family. I suggested alternating years. He said my dad could fly to us. I said he is 71 and hates flying. Derek did the face. The disappointment face. I said, can we talk about this? He walked out. Day 1. Cold. Day 2. I almost caved. Walked toward the living room. Stopped in the hallway and asked myself what exactly am I sorry for? For wanting to see my father. For suggesting turns. For having a preference. I turned around and painted the accent wall I had been putting off for a year. Day 3 he passed me like furniture. I made coffee and did not leave a note. Day 4 I said good morning. He sighed. I shrugged and left. Day 5 I signed up for a pottery class. Came home with clay under my nails feeling better than I had in years. Day 6 I called my dad for 90 minutes and laughed until my stomach hurt. Derek walked past the door twice. Day 7 I made plans with my sister. Day 8 I started running before he woke up. Day 9 the silence stopped feeling like punishment. It felt like the first full breath I had taken in years. Not tiptoeing, not rehearsing apologies, not scanning his face for permission to exist. Day 10 he cracked. Came into the kitchen. So you are just going to act like nothing happened. I said I have said good morning every day. You are the one performing a one-man tragedy. His face changed. I said for 9 years, every time you got upset, you made me feel like a terrible wife until I begged. Not because I was wrong, because I was afraid of the quiet. I am not afraid anymore. I spent 12 days painting, taking pottery, calling my dad, running, seeing my sister. I did more living in your silence than in 5 years of keeping you comfortable. He sat down. I said counseling or lawyer? Those are the options. I am done apologizing for having opinions. He agreed. We start Thursday. I do not know if it will work, but the woman who came out of those 12 days is not the one who went in.